Good morning from the Alton Towers Resort, where it's a September weekday. It should be pretty quiet, and I'm looking forward to getting on lots of different rides here at the UK's biggest theme park. Along with that as well, we're maybe in the middle of September now, but I've got my shorts back on. Oh, the sun is shining. It's absolutely gorgeous today to get back on lots of different rides here at Alton Towers. Now, I did only film a vlog from Oktoberfest earlier in the week, but of course that was all focused on the entertainment. Not actually done a vlog sharing all the different rides for a while, and I thought with it being nice and quiet, it'd be the perfect day to do it today. Should get plenty of walk-on rides and some small queues for some of the more popular attractions as well. You've got to think there is still an event going on. It's Oktoberfest midweek. However, I do think I'm still going to get plenty of rides in today. Park hours are 10 AM through until 5 PM. The park opened only just a few minutes ago, and yeah, crowds are looking pretty light so far. If you come into Alton Towers in September on a weekday, expect to get on plenty of rides, because you're not going to be queuing for absolutely ages like you are in the holidays or on weekends. But yeah, here on the entrance plaza, the iconic corkscrew roller coaster there just behind me, and of course the entrance plaza. So I've got my annual pass, gonna go and get in, and we'll walk down Tower Street. Welcome to September on a weekday here at Alton Towers Resort. Inside the park then now, not too busy getting in at all. Pretty much walk straight in, up to the gates, not having to wait ages and in loads of queues, which is always great about coming at this time of year, especially when you're treated with amazing weather like it is today. Absolutely gorgeous, it really is. So I'm going to head down to the back of the park first. Normally they go down to Dark Forest or Forbidden Valley. I think today I'll head to Dark Forest first. Yeah, let's go down towards 13 and Rita and get on some rides. Looking forward to it. Right then, slight change of plan. I was just walking down Tower Street, got my phone out and checked the Alton Towers app. By the way, it's free to download and it's definitely worth getting if you come in here to the resort. Just so you know what's open, what's closed, if anything's delayed. And yeah, I opened the app and it said that Rita was closed this morning. 13 was open, but Rita was closed. So I thought, well, I'm going to leave that for now and come down here to Forbidden Valley. Yeah, we've got Galactica down here and Nemesis that have both got walk-on queues according to the app. So let's go and see if that's the case. Now obviously Alton Towers is a huge park. In fact, it's just over 500 acres. So yeah, it's a massive place to walk around. The good thing about getting the app is that it's going to save you a bit of walking time. If a ride's closed in one area, or maybe there's a couple of rides shut in that area, if you get the app, it saves you walking down to that part of the park. It's like this morning, I walked down there to Dark Forest and found out that one of the rides was closed, would have had to go back later. So I thought, no, let's just come down to Forbidden Valley. Of course, you've got Galactica down here and Nemesis that have both got very short queues, if not walk-on. In fact, it's empty this morning down here in Forbidden Valley. And here it is, got a nice view of the crafts coming in there here on Galactica. So yeah, I'll put in some off-ride footage and see when I come off. Ride on Galactica to start the day here at Alton Towers. And you know what, with Galactica, I'm enjoying it so much more this season for some reason. Don't really know why, but yeah, just Galactica. Normally I'd give it a miss, but I'm enjoying it this year. As you'll know if you've watched the channel for many years, I'm not a huge fan. of B&M flying coasters. I don't find them that comfortable with the restraints, and normally the waiting about on the brake run at the end. In terms of a flying coaster, Fly at Phantasialand is my baby. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get back on it next week as part of our Europe road trip. Them vlogs are going to be starting off from this weekend, so stay tuned for those here on Theme Park Worldwide. But yeah, walked straight onto Galactica and very much enjoyed it. 1 station in action and 2 craft, but you don't need 2 stations and 3 craft on a quiet day like today. Absolutely empty so far, and yeah, time for another quiet ride now over on Nemesis. Nice 5-minute wait there for Nemesis, not too bad at all for this wonderful B&M inverted coaster. Honestly, absolutely love it. There's not many rides where I walk into the station after riding them this many times and get as excited as I do for Nemesis. Bear in mind, I've been on this coaster thousands of times over the years, living local, ever since I was a kid, and it still gets me really excited every time I ride. So yeah, I'm going to put in some nice off-ride footage of the beast in action. But yeah, 5-minute wait, September weekdays, everybody, I love it. It's always great to get back on the legendary Nemesis here at Alton Towers. Simply the beast since 1994 and still going strong here at the park. Honestly, it's roaring round today. Great morning ride that was. Really nice and fast, intense, so much packed into that ride, honestly. And it might be an older roller coaster now, but you know what, that was riding absolutely awesome. Earlier this year I had a few, not rough rides on it, but certainly rougher than it used to be rides on Nemesis. However, over the past few weeks and over the summer period, I feel like she's been riding really well. Oh, just roaring around the track. Absolutely brilliant, so intense, especially near the back on there. Nemesis is a spectacular ride. We're so lucky to have it here in the UK. Still going strong here at Alton Towers. Yes, in the coming years, to preserve it, I do think they'll do some major work to Nemesis, especially with it being an older ride. I can see that happening. But Alton Towers know just how important this coaster is. Yes, there's bigger rides here now, like the Smiler, and you know, obviously you look at things like Wicker Man, Galactica. Over the years, technology has evolved, but there's still something about Nemesis, and I think it's the location of it, to be honest, that really makes it. I mean, you look at this ride, it really is a wonderful ride to just stand around and take it all in whilst it's going around the track. But yeah, and it rides beautifully as well. So yeah, it's been riding good these past few weeks. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts on how you think Nemesis has been riding. Towards the end of 2020 and early 2021, like I say, it was feeling quite rough, especially around the stall turn, down the bottom of the helix. But yeah, it's actually been riding really well over the past few weeks. So no, very impressed with how Nemesis is. Brilliant ride, absolutely love it. Still my favourite here at Alton Towers and one of my favourites in the UK. If you come into the park, try and get down near the back. Worth pointing out though, front row queue is now also back open as well, which is ideal, especially when it's a 5-minute wait like today. You may as well wait that bit extra and have a front row ride on the beast. Oh, I love it. Look at how quiet the pathways are today. Absolutely empty here at Alton Towers. If you want to get loads of rides, get yourselves here on these weekdays in September. And that's the good thing about the park being daily operation again now. First time we've had that for many years, since 2015. The park's been open every day. They was doing these off-peak closed days in September and earlier in the year as well. And yeah, it's so nice to not have them open daily throughout the main part of the season, which is fantastic. Just had a ride on the Blade as well whilst I was down here. Thought I may as well. It's not a spectacular pirate ship, but I thought may as well have a go on it. And also had a walk past Funk and Fly, was going to go on there. But yeah, as you can see from this footage here that I've just captured, it's actually, yeah, closed off at the moment. They're doing some work in the middle, so don't think that's going to be opening today. I'm going to head down towards Jewel now. We'll kind of work back through Katanga Canyon and down towards Wicker Man. Well, I thought whilst I'm down this end of the park, may as well have a ride on Jewel. The haunted house strikes back. Do love the portraits in here, even though they are just stock images that you can find. Anybody that saw my vlog from Knutsford Fair recently, check it out if you've not seen it. There was these exact portraits that are on the screens here in Jewel over on one of the ghost trains. But yeah, I'll go on Jewel and I'll see you when I come off. The park's interactive shooting dart ride. Spooky. So just walk straight onto Jewel. No surprise really, because let's face it, even on a busy day, Jewel doesn't really get that much of a queue. Even if you see it outside the door and down the steps, maximum going to be about 7 to 10 minutes. It does move really quick, so don't be put off with Jewel. If you are walking past it and it's busy and there's a queue outside, I don't think it's going to take ages. There's that many ride vehicles going around on there. The throughputs are crazy on it, really good. So yeah, you're not going to be waiting long at all. Anyway, in terms of my score on there, I got 73,700. Not too bad. Of course, I was on the car on my own, nobody else around, so that always helps, meaning that you're not going to miss any of the good targets on that ride. Comment down below though, I would love to know what your best score is on Jewel without a breakdown. Like, that's cheating. If you're still shooting whilst it's breaking down, don't do that. Like, you're cheating, aren't you? No, it's all good fun. But anyway, yeah, let me know down below in the video comments what your top score is on Jewel without breakdowns. Anyway, I think it'd be rude not to have a ride on the Runaway Mine Train. Gotta say, it's so nice to not have the pathways one way now. Before, to get into Katanga Canyon this way, you'd have to actually walk all the way round and up through Mutiny Bay, because it was all one-way systems throughout earlier this year and last year due to the pandemic. Now though, all the pathways are back open that you can just walk whichever way you want to. So yeah, it's much nicer now. You can start down at the back, come back through, do Jewel in Gloomy Wood, and then of course you can hit out the Runaway Mine Train and the Congo River Rapids here in Katanga Canyon.
Thank you for riding the Runaway Mine Train. Please head to the left after one more.
Get a choo-choo. Always good to get back on the Runaway Mine Train. And if you come on a quiet day, you might even get 3 laps round on there like I did just. That's the beauty of coming to Alton Towers on the quieter days. You get them little bonuses like that, a Brucey bonus. You go on the Runaway Mine Train, you might get 3 laps if the operator's feeling kind. And if there's no queue, why not? Like, exceed the customer service. I love it. And I tell you what, how atmospheric was that smoke in the tunnel as well. Like that off-ride shot with the rapids coming down and then the train just emerging from the fog. Loved that. Anyway, talking of the rapids, may as well have a ride on the Congo whilst I'm here before I grab some lunch. But yeah, I've done loads this morning. Really nice to get down to the back of the park, and having all these pathways back open now and not having to do one way is so much better for just coming down here through Katanga Canyon. It's always been kind of a filler area, this, in my opinion. Not a major area of the park, only having 2 attractions, so it's nice just to be able to walk through on your way down towards Wicker Man or somewhere else down this end of the park. I think I'm going to do Wicker Man after the rapids, and I've had something to eat. So yeah, I'll put in a bit of off-ride footage from the old Congo River Rapids. Not the best now, unfortunately, and they've really turned the waves down on here. There's no waterfalls or effects, but it's still worth having a ride on it. It's just more of a lazy river now. So walked straight onto the Congo River Rapids, even though it's a nice hot day today. Thought there might have been a little bit of a wait for that, but no, it was walk on. And to be honest, I'm glad it was walk on, because yeah, I wouldn't want to wait a long time for the rapids anymore. Back in the day, used to queue up 40, 50 minutes, even over an hour sometimes on a hot day for the rapids, but not now, not with it lacking effects like it does, unfortunately. And you can just tell they've turned down the wave machines on there. It's so much slower, and yeah, you just don't get that wet at all on there, but oh well, it is what it is, bit of a lazy river. Got a bit of a Sean top tip for you though now, if you'd like to get a bargain like me. H2O on the go. So bring yourself a water bottle to Alton Towers, and you don't have to pay for drinks, and you can fill it up at all the different Coke refill stations for free. There you go, Sean's top tips. Oh, looks like some good operations going on Wicker Man there. One just going up the lift hill, one just about to hit the brake run. Really nice. I tell you what, it is baking hot today here at Alton Towers. I'm so glad that I put my shorts on. Here's me thinking I might not need shorts again this year. It feels like summer's back. Can't believe it. I think we've got an advertised wait time of 20 minutes for Wicker Man. And the queue's just up the top there, just under the lift hill, from what I can see from this point. Well, the main point with Wicker Man being, of course, the pre-show is now back. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that again. I've visited a couple of times this week. Obviously did Oktoberfest, and yeah, visited another quiet day. Didn't do any filming or anything, but it's nice to have the pre-show back on Wicker Man. It does slow down the operation a little bit though, but I'll talk more about that when I come off the ride. But yeah, I'll put in some off-ride footage from Wicker Man, the park's GCI wooden coaster. Oh. Tell you what though, we're going to be back on Woden at Europa Park next week. Do you like all these gradual reveals I'm doing for the road trip? Fantasieland, Europa Park, and much more coming up for the Europe road trip. Can't wait. 15-minute wait there for Wicker Man, not too bad at all. Running 2 trains, and that leads me on to talk about the pre-show. Wonderful to have it back. I love the pre-show for Wicker Man. It's rare to have a large coaster like this, especially a wooden coaster that's got a proper cinema room before you go on and you watch a show unfold. It tells you that story about the ride. So it is wonderful to have it back, it really is. We haven't seen the pre-show since the end of the 2019 season due to social distancing and the pandemic. So yeah, it's really nice to have that back. However, like I mentioned before I went on, there is a bit of a problem, and that's because it does cause a bit of a hold up. It was running 2 trains today. It's the first time I've seen it on 2 trains since the pre-show returned last week in a very long time. It's been running 3 trains constantly, and the main reason because of that is that when it's running 3 trains, it gets that many people through, and that sometimes the station is empty because the pre-show hasn't finished. Really, there was a bit of a design flaw when they put Wicker Man in 2018, and that was the fact that they could have done with a little bit more queue line after the pre-show and before the air gates, just so they could get more people through the pre-show into the station, so they can keep filling the trains, because that's the problem that they've got now, and that's why you're going to see it on 2 trains a lot of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time, and that's because when it's running 3 trains, sometimes the station is empty, waiting for riders, even though there's a queue outside. See where I'm coming from? You know, they can't get the pre-show going quick enough, so the only way to resolve it would be, well, try and put a bit more queue line in the station, but it's hard because there's not really room, because of where the pre-show is, and where the track is for the ride, and then, you know, it's just putting it in. How would they fit it in space-wise? Another option is not running the pre-show at all. I wouldn't want them to do that, because I do love the pre-show, it's great. Another option, and one that I think is quite logical, is maybe shortening the pre-show a little bit so it's not quite as long, so they can get people through that bit quicker. Might be a bit unpopular for saying that, but you've got to think, you know, if a ride can be running 3 trains, but it can't just because of the pre-show, then there's a bit of an issue there, isn't there? So I'd like to see them do something, or even just keep it running 3 trains, and you know, just even the pre-show keeps rolling instead of stopping in there. It's hard to say because it is great for the experience, but if you've got a ride that can get more people through, why slow it down because of a pre-show? It's a tough one, isn't it? I love the storyline, love it, but it just needs that tweaking that little bit, you know, so it can always be running 3 trains. Maybe shortening the script a bit in the pre-show would be the best thing to do. I don't know, let me know your thoughts down below. Some people are probably thinking, no, shorten the pre-show, I love it. And I do too. I'm not saying I don't like it, it's just the fact that, you know, it does slow it down. Like this, since 2019, we've seen that running 3 trains, hammering through the people, and now it's a bit slower again. In terms of how the ride's running, it's a bit rough at the moment, Wicker Man. It's going through a rough stage, that ride. It happens with coasters. I mentioned about Nemesis earlier. Wicker Man at the moment is riding quite rough, especially in the usual suspect places. Of course, when you've come back down, you do the S-bend drop, just at the bottom there, it's pretty rough at the moment. And you also notice the train jolting quite a bit side to side now, in various locations on the ride. So they've already done some retrack work last year. It wouldn't surprise me if we see that again moving forwards in some different sections, just to keep it rideable for people, because you don't want it to be too rough. Yes, it's a wooden coaster, you don't expect it to be very smooth. It doesn't have to be perfectly smooth and silky smooth. You don't want that from a wooden coaster, but you don't want to be rattled about too much either. So let's see what happens. Always good to get back on there, but I don't think it's riding as good as it was a couple of years ago, in my opinion. Oh, loving the Oktoberfest decorations and music down here in Mutiny Bay. Like I mentioned at the start of the vlog, if you haven't already, check out the dedicated Alton Towers Oktoberfest vlog that was uploaded just a few days ago here on the channel. Check that out. I've covered all the entertainment, decorations, food, and so much more, including a look at this year's merchandise for the events. Don't forget, down here in Mutiny Bay, you have got Sharkbait Reef by Sea Life. It's a free attraction to walk through. Some people come here and think it's paid, like the dungeon is, but no, Sea Life is included in your admission here at Alton Towers. So yeah, don't forget that if you're coming down here. I think we'll have a little stroll through and just see if there's been any changes. So relaxing in here. The audio and the lighting, I do really like it. If you're a family coming to Alton Towers, it's definitely worth taking 10-15 minutes out of your day just to come and have a stroll through Sharkbait Reef. It's very well themed in here, so much to see. And like I say, there's so many people that don't realise that it's included in admission. I think they need to put a big free admission sign actually out the front, especially because the dungeons is paid extra. A lot of people just assume that this is too. So yeah, I'd love to see them just put a big sign out the front just to make it clearer. Love the theming here in Skeleton Bay with the ship just up there. Oh, you're right there. Hello.
Whoa! How big that is? Wow, that's big.
So relaxing. Could just watch them all day. It's lovely. This is the main ocean tank, and you've got the ocean tunnel over there. We'll walk through in just a moment. Love the zebra shark, there he is, just over there. Enjoying that? Look how they just dangle all the food down for them on the rope. Gorgeous. Wow, hello. They're a lovely colour those, aren't they? So nice. Oh, look at the pretty little faces. Hello. Well, you know you're in for a quiet day when you walk around Sharkbait Reef and there's no one in the ocean tunnel just here. Nice that the audio is back working in here as well. Last couple of times I've been in, there's been no audio. The ghost of the sea, the ghost of the sea. Got a fun little fact actually, the guy that does this audio here, good friend of mine that used to work at Alton Towers, and he's actually scared of sharks, and he never came in to Sharkbait Reef to hear his own audio. True little fact for you, that is. Do like these little peepholes. that you've got as well. A bit of echo in here, bit of echo in here, bit of echo in here. Oh, there you go. Nice little walk through Shark Bay Reef. It's not huge. It's just damn nice to have a walk through. You've got all the touch pools as well down near the start. They're also back in use now as well. I don't think I've ever seen that pirate flag in there before. Looks like they've redone this exhibit a little bit. There you go. Right, I'm going to head down towards Spinball Whizzer now. We'll have a ride on Marauders Mayhem and Heave Ho though whilst I'm here in Mutiny Bay. Why not? And off we go. Honestly, it's such an underappreciated soundtrack on that ride. Love it. Great family Zamperla rocking tug over in Mutiny Bay. Anyway, I've just walked across the lawns past the Oktoberfest arena. Good to see a nice atmosphere down there today in the sunshine. I'll be checking that out later. So as I mentioned in the Oktoberfest vlog last week, entertainment actually runs after ride close. Today it's a 5 o'clock ride close. The park's deserted. It doesn't need to be any later. However, the entertainment runs through until 6 o'clock. On a weekend, it's a 7 o'clock ride close with entertainment through until 8 PM, which is great really. It means that you can get all your different rides done and then nip down there at the end of the day, have a bit of a party. Anyway, down here at Spinball Whizzer, 0-minute wait. The good thing is with Spinball, if you are a single rider coming to Alton Towers now, then you can go back on it. There was a point during the pandemic, because of the social distancing measures on the train, if you were here on your own, you couldn't actually ride Spinball Whizzer, even in the main queue. But yeah, that's gone now. It's gone back to how it was before. Of course, you can ride with other people on there, which is absolutely fine. Now that there's no more social distancing measures needed. So nice, isn't it? Just to have that normality again in the parks. I'm taking to have a ride on Spinball Whizzer, get spinning, get whizzing this afternoon here in the glorious sunshine at the Alton Towers Resort. And I'll put in some off-ride footage of the coaster in action. Let's go Spinball. Ride on Spinball Whizzer, especially when it's walk on. If you come in Alton Towers on a busy day, never go straight to Spinball Whizzer at the start and never do it on your way out either. Just hit it in the afternoon, not at the start of the day, not at the end of the day. And that's just because of the location of it, right near Towers Street, the main entrance of the park. It's just a bad idea to do it at those times. Much better in the middle of the afternoon. And on a quiet day like today, well, as you've seen, you're not really gonna have to worry because it's got a 0-minute queue. But yeah, nice to get on there. It's such an underrated roller coaster, Spinball Whizzer. I do really like it. Yeah, the brakes might be a bit jolty at the end, but you know what? It's a great ride, especially the horseshoe element. I do very much enjoy it. I think it's a real underrated coaster here at the park. Anyway, going to talk a little bit about Scarefest now. Give you another little update in this vlog. If there was enough going on, I would have done a separate dedicated construction update, but since the last one I did a couple of weeks ago, there hasn't really been that many changes, so I didn't think it was worth doing a full Scarefest video this time. However, I'm going to show you a bit of the construction going on now for Freak Show Toxic Junkyards. So yeah, not loads have changed down here since last time. However, there is something. More of the scaffolding seems to have appeared. and it's pretty much confirmed now that we're not going to be seeing a second level of shipping containers like last year, because yeah, they've actually built the scaffolding on top just there, and if they were going to be putting another shipping container on there, they certainly wouldn't have put all the scaffolding in that location. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Going to be a couple of weeks now until I'm next at Alton Towers, so there'll be a bumper Scarefest construction update in the week leading up to the event when we come back from our Europe road trip. Oh, can't wait. Me and Charlotte are really excited. Helicopter up there going around, but they're getting a nice view across Alton Towers. I have actually been in a plane over Alton Towers many years ago. A friend of mine took off in a plane from nearby. I make out like he didn't know what he was doing. I promise he did know what he was doing. He definitely did. Yeah, from a local airfield, and yeah, it took me up. That was great, that was. I'd like to do that again at some point. That'd be a good video actually, wouldn't it? Get a nice flight over Alton Towers. But yeah, anyway, gonna head down into X Sector then now. Always a good time to do it. It's another one really that you want to avoid on a morning unless you're here really early. Doesn't matter too much on the busy days, but yeah, that's my advice for you if you're coming to Alton Towers. I've actually put some more new speakers in down here for anybody that loves the soundtrack. But that's what it's all about. Yeah, brand new speakers have gone in literally last week here at Alton Towers. That's why it sounds so loud round here. Listen to that soundtrack. Whoa, that audio is loud around here now. I hope you love the Smiler soundtrack, folks. Woo! Oh, love it. Yeah, the speakers are all down here by the toilets now. One there, one there. Crazy. Really nice and loud, love it. But yeah, we got these massive new speakers up here on the entrance to X Sector as well. 2 on either side, so yeah, it's going to be loud. It's what you want there, a bit of themed audio. You're going to have it stuck in your head even more if you come into Alton Towers. According to the app, it's got a 20-minute advertised wait time. However, I'm probably going to still use the single rider queue because it has got one. It's the only ride at Alton Towers to operate with one. But yeah, single rider queue. They are fantastic, of course. If you are going in that queue, make sure you don't want to sit with your friends though, because it is literally just for single riders. And I'll have a ride on Oblivion afterwards as well. Love Oblivion. Again, it's another underappreciated ride in my opinion. Absolutely love it. So you're going to have a ride on the Smiler. I'm going to head down that single rider queue. And this is why the single rider queue is definitely worth it. So as you can see, there's nobody at all waiting in it. Brilliant. Right, I'm going on the Smiler, maybe a couple of times, and I'll see you when I come off. Literally, walk on. Brilliant. The most disorientating ride exit ever. Smile, always. Oh, I do love the exit corridor. I tell you what, the Smiler is running good this year. I'm enjoying it so much more than I was a couple of years ago. Oh, it was so good. Really nice to get back on there. Single rider queue, walk on. So you know what? I think I might go and have another go. Not 2, but 3 awesome rides on the Smiler, and I tell you what, this coaster is running really well. 15 minutes in the single rider queues to do 3 rides, like not complaining at all. It's running so good. It's probably going to be my second favourite here at the park now after Nemesis. It's always been tough for me between the Smiler and Wicker Man. Like at times they kind of keep swapping over for second place, but I think solid now with how this is riding and how Wicker Man is riding now. I think for me the Smiler solid in second place. Brilliant coaster, really enjoying it. Flying through them airtime hills. Don't get me wrong, the end of the coaster, the final 3 inversions, especially up here on the Cobra Roll, is still quite rough. However, it's a cracking coaster, it's a spectacular ride, we're lucky to have it here in the UK. I went through a couple of years where I really didn't appreciate this coaster, probably as much as I should have done, but the Smiler's riding great, absolutely loved it, and yeah, I thought I've got to have 3 rides on it, especially when there's no single rider queue. Why not? Make the most of it, live the dream. I've also just had a ride over on Enterprise as well, walked straight onto there, nice bus Enterprise, always really important to have filler attractions at a park, and yeah, it was good to get on there. I think next, before I go on Oblivion, I'm going to have a ride over on Mixtape, one of the retro squad rides down here at Alton Towers. We saw Funk and Fly earlier on in Forbidden Valley, that's still closed. I think that's going to be shut for possibly a couple of days, looking at the work they were doing on there earlier. But yeah, we've still got Mixtape here, Roller Disco as well, up of course in Dark Forest, and yeah, over in the World of David Walliams, you got the Sizzler there as well. So might head into Walliams later, because I fancy doing Gangster Granny again, because it's been a few weeks since I've been on it. That's the new dark ride here at Alton Towers for this year. It's so loud around here now though with the speakers. You got more just down here as well when you exit the shop, just continuing on with that awesome soundtrack for the Smiler.
For the safety of yourself and others, please don't run across the platform and mind your step. Thank you.
Just under 45 minutes in X Sector, managed 3 rides on the Smiler, 1 on Enterprise, Mixtape and also Oblivion as well. Now in terms of Mixtape, great ride, really enjoy it, walk straight on. However, 3 of the arms weren't working and they're all just taped off. Doesn't look great, does it, when they're all just taped off? So hopefully we can get that fixed. But then you think about Funk and Fly, that's closed. I'm starting to think that these temporary funfair rides, because they've had such a busy operating schedule over summer, are really struggling to cope maintenance wise. And of course, you know, they've closed them off for a reason. They'll be getting it sorted out and they'll get them fixed. But yeah, you've got to think when these funfair rides are out at the fairs, they have off time, don't they? You know, when they're in a theme park, especially that's had extended hours throughout the year, they've been constantly running, and I think that's probably caused some issues for these temporary rides. So yeah, we'll see how the other 2 are doing when we go behind the towers and up to that end of the park next. Oblivion, waited about 15 minutes for that, and the biggest queue of the day, and that's because they're only running the 1 station on there. I don't know why they do it. I mean, the ride could be running all of the shuttles and 2 stations even on a quiet day, and it needed it, to be honest. That was the only ride I've done today that felt like it needed to be running on that extra bit of capacity, just to get people through. So yeah, I don't really know why they just run it on the 1 station. Well, I do know why, it's because of staffing, but it's a shame that, you know, they can't always have that member of staff on there just so they can run the 2 stations just to get people through that bit quicker, especially on Oblivion. In terms of the people who come into Alton Towers, the general public who aren't enthusiasts, they just think, oh, I'm waiting 15 minutes for a 3-second drop. You know, as an enthusiast, we know there's more to it than that. But yeah, I'd like to see them always using both of the stations on there just to get them shuttles sent out even better. Anyway, I'm going to walk up towards Hex now, have a stroll through the World of David Walliams and also into Dark Forest as well. And we'll have another Scarefest update whilst we're down that way. One minor Scarefest update though, whilst we're still down here in X Sector, that the lighting and also speakers are now in place just here for Altonville Mine Tours, the legend of the Skin Snatchers. Blimey, that was a bad impression, wasn't it? But yeah, I'm sure we're going to be hearing that iconic soundtrack down here again in just a few weeks' time. Did you happen to see the most beautiful girl in the world? That was awful, wasn't it? I promise. I won't sing that song again. Okay, I can't promise. Scarefest is coming up, but yeah, lighting and speakers are in place down here. And also the Towers ruins are now officially closed. I don't know if they closed on the 1st of September or not. That's normally when they traditionally close, or used to. But that's been something that they haven't done for quite a few years. So yeah, I'm really pleased that the Towers were open all throughout summer. Pat on the back to Alton Towers management. Maybe they've been watching these vlogs, I'm not too sure. But yeah, they kept the Towers ruins open all summer so we could enjoy them. And I was really pleased about that. Good to see work carrying on with the restoration of the banqueting hall window here on the Towers ruins. Yeah, there's a couple of guys up there now in high-vis jackets doing some work. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that when it's complete. Still don't have a time frame for that. I don't know when it's going to be done. However, it's quite a long job, isn't it, to fully restore a stained glass window. But it's going to look amazing when it's done. I imagine by the start of next season it'll be completed. Maybe over winter. I'm not too sure. I'm just guessing. But I know a lot about the Towers and the heritage. Like I say, when I worked here, I used to do the tours. But when it comes to how long parts of restoration take, I don't really have a clue. So it'll be interesting to see when that is going to be completed. Yeah, gonna make my way down here, have a ride on Hex, the legend of the Towers now. Yeah, nice and quiet around here. Normally these paths will be heaving on a weekend or in the holidays. So yeah, it's much better coming on these weekdays if you can do. I'm not encouraging you to take the day off work or school, but if you can do, then you're gonna get loads done.
Sense, you know, the architect who designed this would have designed this in linear. There should be this equipment malfunctioning. There have been a number of staff who, whether they're from my building team, who have felt cold drafts.
It's always great to get back on Hex here at Alton Towers. It's a spectacular dark ride. Love a good Vekoma Madhouse anyway, but especially this one with the theme and the storyline. Honestly, it's a fantastic attraction. If you come into Alton Towers, don't miss it. It's such a crowd pleaser at the moment as well. Like everyone's cheering and clapping at the end. They're loving it. You wouldn't think it was 21 years old, would you? But yeah, always great to get back on there. You can tell they've made a couple of changes actually over the past week or so. I think they might be doing an audio upgrade in terms of changing some of the speakers in there, because the past few rides I've had on it, the audio has been at different levels. Like when I did it 2 weeks ago, the audio was so quiet in the vault. Then when I went on it, it was really loud. They've also changed the projector in the cinema room. It's not quite as good a quality as the old projector, but yeah, hopefully they can get that sorted out again. But yeah, it was good to get back on there. Yeah, like I said, it's like they're doing some sort of phased tech upgrade in there. I say upgrade lightly because the projector's definitely not as good as it was before. But audio-wise on the Vault, it's sounding better. There isn't actually any like ambient background audio when you're just walking into the Vault at the moment. So it's clear that there's something going on in terms of changing things. Talking of things going on, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, the Towers ruins are all closed off for Scarefest preparation. And literally just whilst I was filming that, a couple of guys just went walking in there with some like billboard thing. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like. Be a good couple of weeks now until I'm back here, but there'll be a big bumper Scarefest construction update a few days before the event, and then we'll be here on the first day, of course, for Scarefest. Looking forward to it. Bit of spooky season, bit of Scream Park worldwide. Honestly, can't wait for it. Really excited and to get out there and keep on scaring, getting them scare mazes. Honestly, really looking forward to it. Anyway, I'm going to head round into the World of David Walliams now. Still the new area here at Alton Towers for 2021. Gangster Granny the ride has got a 0-minute queue according to the app. That's why it's definitely worth downloading it, just so you can plan your day out really well in terms of where you want to go. So yeah, I'm going to go around onto Gangster Granny, probably do Flavio's Fabulous Fandango as well, feeling a bit fabulous this afternoon on the Sizzler ride, and then we'll head round into Dark Forest. So it's no surprise really, but on these quiet September weekdays, the family areas are also very quiet. In fact, I'd say these are even quieter than the thrill areas of the park, to be honest. I mean, look at it around here in the World of David Walliams. Completely different to how it would have been a couple of weeks ago during the holidays. Cuckoo Cars driving school down there. Yeah, you'll walk straight on it on days like today. Sadly, I can't walk straight onto it, I'm too tall. But yeah, if you're a kid coming here and you're under the height restriction, get yourselves on there, great little ride. Tell you a fun little fact though, a bit of a secret this one. When I worked here, you used to have to drive these out. So yeah, they all charge up inside there. So every morning, once they've been charged up, you drive them down here, down this ramp and through the gate just there and onto here. Honestly, I used to enjoy that. It's my favourite part of working here, I think. Right, down to Gangster Granny the ride now. Anybody else actually want to ride? Anyone in the area? Nobody walking down the queue line here at all now. Literally, it's empty, it's walk on. You can just see through the glass there. Oh, that's a new sign. There we go, they've actually put the prohibited items sign up. Or is it a bit of a jokey one? Oh, there we go, trumpets, bottom burps, false teeth, burglary outfits. So it's nice to see them adding some more. I thought it was just a normal restrictions board at first, but it's not. Still got all the screens up in here at the moment as well. The Crown Jewels tour, but yeah, I can't film on this one, so I'll see you when I come off.
Well, shifty, wouldn't you say?
We remind all our valued guests that eating, drinking, smoking, and farting are not allowed inside the Royal Hall.
There's no surprise really with how quiet Alton Towers is today, but walk straight onto Gangster Granny the ride. Great dark ride in my opinion. I think the park did a fantastic job with it. Great theming in there, nice use of technology with projections and effects, the smells in there, the smoke, and the good thing is everything's still working as well. Alton Towers in the past, when they put in nice things, sometimes them effects are either gone forever or take weeks or months to get fixed. With that, every ride I've had in it this year has been consistent, and that's the main thing, especially if you're queuing up for it. Fine on a day like today, but when it gets a big queue on a weekend or in the holidays, you want to have that good ride experience, and that's the case with Gangster Granny. I think it was a nice addition. It only replaced a play area, that's the thing. So yeah, we've got nothing to really compare it to, and that's the good thing really. You know, it's a nice addition to the park. It's good now they don't have to do the social distancing as well, because they can just fill up the carriages, 8 people on there at a time, and the queue still moves slow, but not as slow as it did before with social distancing. One group on there at a time, it was an absolute nightmare. I just had a ride on Flavio's Fabulous Fandango as well, the Sizzler, only me and one other group on there. Well worth coming up into this area to do them 2 rides, especially on a quiet day like today. You've got to make the most of it, that's what it's all about. But like I've said earlier on, with these temporary rides, you know, we're coming to the end really of the 2021 season. It'll be really interesting to see what happens with the temporary rides, especially Flavio's Fabulous Fandango, because they put all the glitter balls in, it's got a custom soundtrack. It's still only a temporary ride, you know, Alton Towers don't own these 4 rides, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Are they going to buy another one? Are they going to just take it out and replace it with nothing? Or are they going to extend the lease for another year? Who knows? We'll find out next year though. On these quiet days, the Alton Towers dungeon is still open. Limited hours, 11:15 through until 4:15. However, it's open if you do want to do it. You know my thoughts on the Alton Towers dungeon. I think it's okay, there's some nice scenes in there, but I still like to see something more done with this whole area of the park at some point in the future. Now we do know though that of course we've got the new Halloween attraction that's going to be opening to the left of the dungeon here. Very much looking forward to it. Not loads of changes out the front and for Trick or Treat Town, however, as you can see, entertainments are doing a bit of work on there today. Looks like they're installing some lighting around the top section, but this is just looks to be like the start of it and the end and possibly a bit of the queue line for it. Most of the attraction is inside there, and I'm very much looking forward to it in the former Charlie and the Chocolate Factory show building. Honestly, they've probably been working on it for months, but none of us would have known because it's all hidden away inside there. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Tell you what though, some black clouds coming over now here at Alton Towers. Maybe it's because I'm down here by the spookiness of the dungeon. But anyway, gonna head down into Dark Forest now. Gonna head down to Rita and also 13 and have a go on Roller Disco. The Waltzer down there as well, another one of those temporary rides. But yeah, surely they've got to do something for next year in terms of replacing them or renewing the lease on them, else there's just going to be big empty spaces now where they were. weird doing a vlog at Alton Towers and seeing a waltzer there behind me. I still haven't got used to it, even though they've been here all season. Yeah, waited 20 minutes for Rita, which isn't too bad. With that queue, it just feels like it takes ages, doesn't it? It's not really the highest throughput of coasters. However, it's a good ride. Nice to get back on Rita. It's not one of my favourites at the park. I've made my feelings known about it over the years, saying that I'd love to see like a modern Intamin Blitz here at this park, like a multi-launch coaster or even a triple launch coaster. How about that here at this park? That'd be nice, wouldn't it, in the future as a replacement to Rita. But it's still a crowd pleaser. Even on a quiet day, it tends to still get a queue. So yeah, 20 minutes wasn't too bad, because even on a quiet day, you know, it can get quite busy, that one. Maybe that's why it's worth coming down here first. Get on Rita and then 13 if you come in on a morning. Or like I say, you can do what I've done today and go down to Nemesis and Galactica over in Forbidden Valley. But yeah, it's 10 to 4 now, just over an hour to go until ride close. I was about to go on 13, however, unfortunately, they've just evacuated the queue line. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be getting on 13 today. It's not too upsetting when it's your local park and you can come as much as you want. However, you know, it is one of them things, isn't it? It's always sad when you go to a park, you've travelled a long way. It's the same for when people have come here and a ride's closed. But these things do happen. With it being 10 to 4, I don't know if it's going to open by the end of the day. If it does, I'll probably nip back up and have a ride on it. But yeah, like I say, I don't know if it's going to be opening or not. Yeah, you got roller disco just there, so I'll put in a little bit of off-ride footage. And yeah, I'll go and have a ride on roller disco, why not? Don't really know why I'm walking around this way when it's over there. I'm just getting around this little mound just here. I do that sometimes when I'm just in the mode filming. I'll just walk around and thinking, hang on a minute, I'm going over that ride. So yeah, you just walk around like a little roundabout. That's what I'm doing, going round in a roundabout. So we're going to have a ride on roller disco. Let's see if we can actually get a spin on here. It's not very good, this one. While Charlotte would be happy if she was here today. Hopefully we're going to see, oh, there we go. Hopefully on the trip we're going to see plenty of seagulls. Well, Bert the Seagull down here at Alton Towers, love it. Just thought I'd show you the nice Oktoberfest setup from this side of the lake, because it looks great from over here. The huge steins over there, the jugs of beer. Love those. Yeah, just pan across to the left for you slowly. So you can see all the setup there, all the buntings, theming, the bar. I will be heading over there after ride close at 5 o'clock for the last hour of the day to capture more of the atmosphere from Oktoberfest. It's normally even better on a weekend, like it was for the opening weekend. But yeah, check that vlog out if you've not already seen it. It only went online a few days ago. Loads of Alton Towers content, because there's so much going on. Just thought I'd show you another view of the scaffolding setup from here. Didn't even think about coming down here onto the lawns to get a better angle. Round the back of Gold Striker. That's all for Freak Show Toxic Junkyard for Scarefest, returning for its 2nd year. Well, a few days ago, a Christmas poster appeared here at Alton Towers, and I got really excited. Another one's appeared now, advertising Lightopia. Honestly, I can't wait for this light walkthrough, running selected dates from the 27th of November through until the 2nd of January. Well, yeah, Sense of Seasons, a magical year-round odyssey. Got that new Christmas logo there, and I look down here at the bottom. Honestly, I'm really excited for this. It's going to take you through the 4 different seasons on them selected dates from the 27th of November to the 2nd of Jan. Honestly, really excited for that. Big Christmas event coming up with Alton Towers this year that I am really looking forward to. Well, I thought the World of David Walliams was empty earlier on. CBeebies Land is even quieter. Just nobody walking around. I remember a few years ago, it used to be heaving around this area, and even on these quieter days. So is that a matter of maybe CBeebies not being as popular as it was a few years ago? I'm not too sure. I mean, yeah, even on a September day, there'd be queues for Postman Parton in the night garden. Sort of stroll around here, and it's so quiet. So I thought I may as well go on Octonauts, why not? Little Zamperla coaster, and Get Set Go, Treetop Adventure, and I can take you on there because you actually get a nice aerial view looking down at the lawns and the Oktoberfest setup. So yeah, I thought it'd be quite nice to take you on there and show you that view from on the ride. Here we go.
There's so much to do here at CBeebies Land.
Oh, there is.
Down below is the Something Special Sensory Garden, where you can look.
That's where the Alton Towers bookworm used to stand, right here. We all know where he is now. He's in a good place, don't you worry.
Can you see what's ahead? It's the CBeebies house.
Look how quiet it is, blimey.
The bugs are all fast asleep. Shout and clap as loud as you can
Here we go.
Wake up the bugs.
Woo! tell you what, the audio is so loud on this ride.
Wake up! Well done, everyone. The bugs are wide awake.
Even on the off-peak days, you've still got shows here in CBeebies Land as well. Oh, the big fun Showtime arena.
I can see all of CBeebies Land.
Oh, you can. In the night garden down there.
Why don't we give her away?
I tell you what, these trees have grown so much over the past few years.
She's in the night garden with her friends Iggle Piggle and Macca Packa.
Yeah, no queues for anything. Literally walking straight onto rides.
Ah, there's Postman Pat.
I've made a mistake and mixed up all the parcels for Greendale. Would you like to come and join my special delivery service? That would be great. I'll see you later.
See you there, Pat. Spent many days with Postman Pat when I used to work here. I think this is the ride that I've worked on the most at Alton Towers, Postman Pat. I still like coming on here though, it brings back them squirrel nutty memories. My childhood. But you gotta think, things have got to move on. And this is other people's childhood now, isn't it? You know, these kids are going to grow up remembering this.
Pictures? What do you think they're painting?
A CBeebies book, I think.
What sorts of things do you like to paint?
Here we go, here's the view that I wanted.
The CBeebies bugs help to look after everything that goes on in CBeebies Land.
What a great setup.
I wonder what they'll get up to next.
Brilliant setup for Oktoberfest. Alton Towers should be really proud of the event this year.
What are the bugs doing here?
Fantastic.
It
used to come round here, the bookworm will be stood there.
The bugmobiles. They pump up the tyres and fill them up with go-go juice.
Ready for the airtime now. We've had our go-go juice and we're ready.
Hooray! The bugs have topped up our bugmobile.
Here we go.
Thank you, bugs. We hope you've had a great journey riding in the bugmobile.
Oh, I have. It's been lovely.
More to see and do in CBeebies Land.
Including the Octonauts roller coaster adventure, which I'm going on now.
CBeebies friends.
Well, the quickest visit ever around CBeebies Land. Got on Get Set Go Treetop Adventure and then straight over onto Octonauts in about 10 minutes. Not complaining at all. But yeah, it's really quiet around there. So if you're a family coming to Alton Towers on a weekday in September, expect to get on loads of rides. Up here now on the Skyride, which believe it or not is one of my favourite attractions here at Alton Towers. I love the views and it's nice how it's a transport ride, but it's good just to look round and take it all in, to be honest. You get some pretty awesome views of Wicker Man, and yeah, you can see some entertainment going on down there for Oktoberfest. This is like the second stage area that they've got for the event. They've done an incredible job with it this year. Yeah, I love the views of Wicker Man, especially if you get the time in with the fire effects. With the train coming up. Can't see where the train is at the moment. Doesn't look like there's one going round unless, oh, here we go, we're going to get the time in, brill. Hey, feed the flames, look at that, perfect. Yeah, the reason I couldn't see a train is because it was literally coming through the tunnel. Brilliant. Look how the fog follows the train out as well. Oh, stunning. Anyway, the reason I've come on the Skyride, because 13 has just opened with a 0-minute queue according to the app. So yeah, I thought I'll get it all the way down. With the Skyride, it has got 3 stations. One at Towers Street, where I've just got on, the main entrance. You've got the second station in Forbidden Valley. And then you've also got the third station, which is over next to Dark Forest and the World of David Walliams. Yeah, you can use it as a transport ride to easily get around the park. The best part of it, to be honest, is this journey going here from Forbidden Valley across to David Walliams. The views are great, and also it is quite a walk through the gardens. I love it because I love the gardens and the heritage here at Alton Towers. But I know a lot of people just want to get straight to the ride, and the Skyride can be really good for that. Sometimes it gets busy, and it's actually quicker to walk, but yeah, it's quite a hilly walk, up and down steps and ramps and all sorts if you're heading over to that side of the park. Making my way now over from Forbidden Valley down to Dark Forest, over on the highest part of the line. There's some wonderful views of the beautifully restored pagoda fountain down there. Oh, it looks great, doesn't it? I just spotted as well, some of the lights seem like they're starting to go in. ready for Garden Lights Walk Whispering Souls. So yeah, some of the park hands seem like they're being installed around some of the pathways. So yeah, very much looking forward to that coming back for Scarefest. It was great last year. Wonder if there's going to be any enhancements for this year or not. And I've just got a text. You got a text? Here we go. Yeah, we're making my way down to 13. I'll tell you what, the windows are looking very scratched here on the Skyride these days, which is a shame. Don't know why they get so scratched, to be honest, because surely people don't just sit here scratching the windows. Just make you think, maybe it's when they're garaging them at night and the staff just want to get home, because they all get took off the line and garaged. There's 13, is it open? There we go, some people just going into the crypt there. Brilliant. Right, head down to 13. The queue's probably built up a little bit now. It's been up and down all day according to the app. So yeah, I'm expecting to wait a bit longer for this, but I don't mind. It's 13. It's a cracking family coaster. Well, it's been up and down more times than a yo-yo today, but it's now back open with a 15-minute queue for 13, so not too bad. Everyone's piling in because it spent most of the day closed. So let's see if I actually get on it. It's been a bit unreliable lately. Lighting's all in now, ready for Scarefest, and I suppose Oktoberfest in a way. On a weekend, if some of these rides have got big queues, ride closed 7 o'clock, somebody's got an hour queue, by 8 o'clock it's dark, isn't it? So lighting's all in ready. They're going out. We get on.
Take your seats and pull down your lap bar.
Just had a great ride then on 13, waited only 10 minutes, so can't complain about that. 3 trains in operation, and yeah, it was good to get on there. Like I say, I tried earlier on to get on it and it was down, but these things happen, don't they? It was good to get on there in the end. It's a great family coaster, and I tell you what, I love seeing people's reaction when they head in to the drop section when they don't know it's coming. Like, it's only a 16-foot drop, but it feels so much more than that, doesn't it? Honestly, it's a great ride, and always good operations on there, getting the train sent out, nice lap bar check, and off you go. That's what I like, no messing. Anyway, it's just gone 5 o'clock, ride close here at Alton Towers. You got the gorgeous Swiss cottage there behind me, and I thought I'd have a quick stroll around the gardens and just see how much lighting has already been put out, ready for the Scarefest walkthrough that'll be happening down here. It was spectacular last year, glad they're bringing it back for this year. So yeah, I thought we'll have a little look round before heading down to the lawns, and yeah, wrapping up this vlog here from Alton Towers, the last vlog for a few weeks here. Of course, we'll be coming back, we'll be into Scarefest, fireworks and Christmas. Cannot wait. Hello there. Oh, got a nice little squirrel just here who's come to say hello in the Alton Towers gardens. You right there, mate? Hello. I think he's just listening to Eye of the Tiger up there coming from Roller Disco. Oh, God, they move so quick, don't they? Here's another squirrel down here. Here he is. Oh, he's running off. Tell you what we have got down here though as well. Some lighting just down here at the side, not fastened in or anything at the moment. Ready for Garden Lights Walk Whispering Souls. There you go, park hands have arrived. They're not plugged in or anything yet, they're just down here. Of course they'll put them in position. Last year they had them on like little concrete slabs, so I'm sure they'll do something similar to that this year. Gonna get soaked walking down here. The breeze is just blowing all the water from the pagoda in this direction. I don't mind though, it's still pretty warm here at Alton Towers. Now last year during the walkthrough you couldn't actually come down to this part even though it was lit up. It was more so you could see it lit up from the distance because you walked along the top section. And it was all like in purple and red. Oh, it looks stunning. So glad they brought it back this year. Here you go, these ones look more in place. And yeah, they're on the concrete style slabs. Like paving slabs, aren't they really? Yeah, they're all ready to go, just get connected up. But I don't know what else there's going to be. I mean, when I was up there on the Skyride, I looked across, thought I could see some more lighting up the top. So yeah, it's early stages. Was here a couple of days ago and there was nothing, so I'm not expecting anything too advanced yet. But we're going to have a stroll around and see. Love how they just get sort of thrown down at the side, like, yeah, here we go, just chuck them in, all ready to go. But yeah, these are massive, expensive as well. You wouldn't think so with how they've just been chucked on the floor, but yeah, expensive to buy them park hands. I've always said this to people, especially when I used to work here, but I don't think I've ever really mentioned it in the videos, but the gardens are so nice to explore after ride close, and it means then you're not taking any time out of your day, and you can just come down here, have a relaxing stroll. Look at it, the pagoda fountain there behind me, all of the wonderful wildlife that you're going to see, such as the squirrels, and oh, it's so nice, I love it. Really relaxing, even more so when the rides have closed. Oh, it's so peaceful at this time of day. See the rabbit just up there? There he is, hopping along. Love it, hopping towards that speaker. Yeah, I've done a bit more setup around here. So you got all these ready to shine up into the trees and light the pathway up as well. Loads of lighting down the moat just there as well. Wonder if we're going to see my little pal back on his boat down here. We had like the Grim Reaper last year on a boat just down there. Speakers in place as well. I don't remember there being speakers along this pathway here last time. Unless, again, they're not wired in or anything yet. They've just kind of been put out ready. But yeah, speakers all the way at the top here. And also just some standard lights around the side. So I think we'll head up further towards the yew arches, have a stroll around and see if there's anything up by the conservatories yet. Loads more lighting gone in just down here. Loads of park hands out the front. And speakers set up down there as well. No lights wrapped around the yew arches yet then, however I'm sure they'll be doing that again this year. It was everyone's favourite part of the light walkthroughs last year for Halloween and Christmas. It was brilliant, it really was. So yeah, that's the time consuming bit for them really. It's not a matter of just placing things down. Got to wrap the strands all the way around. Got some more lights down here as well. Wonder if these are going to be on the steps possibly. Oh, here we go, there's one, oh there's a couple on here. Yeah, I don't think they were on there last time. In fact, these steps were pretty dark at points. So yeah, they're looking at more lighting obviously for that. One more's actually been put into place than I thought. Yeah, I reckon they started a couple of days ago on doing the rig down here. First I thought they might have just started today, but yeah, there's certainly a lot being put out. I only walked down here a few days ago and there was nothing. In fact, there was a wedding going on down here, which was nice to see. Good that Alton Towers have got the wedding licence back to start doing them again, which is great. Yeah, you can see some lighting inside as well, all the wires down there. Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, really looking forward to that. Back for this year, Garden Lights Walk Whispering Souls for Scarefest 2021. Well, I was saying just about these string lights around the yew arches. Well, these ones at the top here are now already in place, just on all the bushes around here. You can just see them there behind me, how they wrap all the way around the trees. So yeah, they're in place, ready to go for this year's event. So can't wait for it. Like I say, there'll be a big bumper Scarefest construction update in the week running up to the event, and we're very much looking forward to it here at Theme Park Worldwide. Near the end of the day then, near the end of this epic bumper vlog from Alton Towers too this week. Of course, covering Oktoberfest fully, and then all the rides. Got on all 10 coasters today, dark rides, water rides, been great, really enjoyed it. So I'm just going to head down to the front lawns now and capture a bit more of that wonderful Oktoberfest atmosphere. Well, I've got to say, Alton Towers have absolutely nailed it with Oktoberfest this year. It's brilliant. And even on these weekdays, the off-peak days for Oktoberfest, loads going on. German jukebox, they're on every single day during the event. Along with that, there's loads of other fantastic entertainment to enjoy here in the main Oktoberfest arena on the front lawns, and also over in the Mutiny Bay courtyard as well. But yeah, great vibes, and it's busy down here. What a great idea by Alton Towers, just keeping the entertainment going for that extra hour after ride close. So everyone's down here having food, having a beer. So nice, really nice vibes down here. Absolutely love it. Just brilliant to see Alton Towers with these vibes. Fantastic. Gonna head up to the Wonder Bar at the top there now and give you a bit of an aerial overview in the sunshine. It's great that this event still has a brilliant atmosphere on a weekday. It's a bit more laid back than on a weekend, as you probably saw in the Oktoberfest vlog that I uploaded a few days ago. Check out if you've not already seen it. But everyone was dancing, loads of street theatre around, it was fantastic. Yeah, there's not as much street theatre around on the weekdays. So we've got them guys over there with the big barrel. And lots of other things going on. However, yeah, there's a bit more on the weekends, but it's still great midweek if you come in. You've got to think you get the bonus of some really quiet rides if you come in the week. When I filmed that vlog at the weekend, I didn't go on any rides because it was so busy, you know, I just soaked in the atmosphere. But yeah, if you come on a weekday, you get the nice mix of the both, don't you really? But yeah, a little bit of German jukebox. If you want to see some more highlights from them, check out the Oktoberfest vlog from a few days ago here on Theme Park Worldwide. Love the atmosphere there over on the front lawns for Oktoberfest. And if you want to see more of that, like I say, check out that dedicated vlog to this year's Oktoberfest event here at the Alton Towers Resort. It's been a great day here at the park today. Got loads of rides in, been on all 10 different roller coasters, including the Octonauts roller coaster adventure over in CBeebies Land. I don't normally do that one, so yeah, it was good to get back on there. Along with that, the sun's been shining, like look at it. Oh, it's been an absolutely gorgeous day today. Went on the rapids, shame I didn't get wet. Went on the dart rides here, Gangster Granny, Hex, Jewel. Yeah, what a fantastic day, really enjoyed it. Low crowds, still a nice atmosphere. I just had my shorts on in the middle of September, not complaining at all. But no, it's been a fantastic day here at the resort. If you're coming on a weekday in September, you're gonna have an amazing time getting on loads of different re-rides. Weekends, of course, the atmosphere is better, especially for Oktoberfest, but it depends what you want really. Do you want that more atmosphere, or do you still want a good atmosphere but loads of re-rides? It's entirely up to you with what you want, but honestly, on these weekdays, it really is fantastic. Great to get back on all the big coasters today, well, all the coasters, but yeah, it's been fantastic. Just really good, solid day at Alton Towers. Operations have been good, really solid throughout the park as well, which is fantastic. And yeah, the only real ride really that took a bit of time to get on was 13, in terms of it went down earlier, then it went up again, then it went down. It's been like a yo-yo all day, bit unreliable from interim, but it was good to get back on there. But yeah, in terms of some of the hints and tips that I've gave you throughout the day, yeah, the more for on a weekend, to be honest. On a weekday, go to whichever ride, you're not going to have to wait too long. I'd still try and avoid though doing Wicker Man or Spinball too early, even on a quiet day. Maybe head down to Dark Forest and go and get on Rita, because that seems like it's the most popular ride on these weekdays for some reason. I don't really know why, but it is. But there we go, that's all for UK vlogs for a few weeks now, because me and Charlotte are heading off on our road trip tomorrow and we cannot wait. We're going to be doing various different theme parks throughout Germany, France and Belgium, so stay tuned for those here on Theme Park Worldwide. And of course, Oktoberfest will be running for another couple of weeks here at the resort, so if you come in here, have an absolutely amazing time. I'll be back here at Alton Towers early October with a bumper Scarefest construction update, and I'll look forward to that because I won't have seen what's happened whilst I've been away. Come straight back into the park, Oktoberfest will be coming down, and we'll be seeing what Scarefest has got in store for us. So thank you very much for joining me, Sean Sandbrook, here on Theme Park Worldwide. And from the Alton Towers Resort, that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. Me and Charlotte will see you in Belgium.